most painful way family has let you down? I spent 4 years smashing myself to prove I wasn't just the quiet middle kid who'd disappear into the background. And when I finally succeeded, my whole family chose not to see it. Jake and Ryan were the stars, my older brothers. Football prodigies, scholarships, trophies, town hero treatment. Jake once got a write-up in the local paper for a game-winning pass. My mom laminated it. Ryan was on a first-name basis with every coach within a 50-mile radius. Meanwhile, my little sister Sophie was winning science fairs at 9 and correcting adults on facts like she had a PhD. Then there was me, middle child, silent, average-looking, bookworm. Nobody ever asked about my grades. When I mentioned I was taking AP classes, my dad smirked and said, "Oh yeah? Electives must be easy these days." My mom once flat out told me at dinner that I should marry smart, since college might be too much of a stretch. But I never said anything, just kept grinding. I stayed up late studying while my brothers played Call of Duty downstairs. I skipped every party, didn't date, didn't drink, didn't sleep in. I just worked, because I had a goal. I wanted to graduate valedictorian, get a full ride, and make it impossible for them to ignore me. Senior year came, and I was winning, top of my class, every assignment perfect. My guidance counselor, Mrs. Campbell, pulled me aside in March and told me the words I'd dreamed about since freshman year: "You're valedictorian." I almost cried right there in her office. 2 weeks later, I got the letter from State University, full ride to their science and pre-med track. 4 years, tuition paid, finally, my moment. In May, the principal called me into his office, shook my hand, gave me my cap and gown personally, told me how proud he was to have me represent the school. I was going to give the valedictorian speech. Me. The night before graduation, I texted my family in our group chat. "Ceremony's at 10 a.m. I'm giving the speech. Hope to see you guys there." My dad replied with a thumbs up emoji. My mom said, "We'll try to make it, sweetie." Jake sent a meme. Ryan just heart reacted to Jake's meme. Sophie didn't say anything. I figured they were just being casual. They'd never missed any of Jake or Ryan's big events. No way they'd miss mine. Graduation morning, I wore my nicest dress under my gown. Shaky hands. I kept picturing my mom crying, my dad clapping like he'd just seen me on a Wheaties box. I got to the school early, sat with the other graduates, scanned the crowd, couldn't see them. The ceremony started. Still nothing. Maybe traffic, maybe they couldn't find parking. Then they called my name, valedictorian. I stood up, walked across that stage, looked out over a packed auditorium. Hundreds of proud families clapping, cheering, holding up phones. My family's section was empty. I gave my speech anyway. Talked about resilience, hard work, quiet strength. My voice cracked once, but I got through it. People clapped. Some even stood. I smiled like it meant something, but it didn't, because when I stepped off stage, checked my phone, there was only one message. From my mom. "Sorry, honey. Jake's car broke down and Sophie has a fever. We'll celebrate at dinner." I drove home still wearing my gown and honor cords. When I walked in, everyone was on the couch. Pizza boxes everywhere. Jake's car, parked perfectly in the driveway. Sophie, running around in the backyard completely fine. My mom glanced up from her phone and said, "Oh, hey, how'd it go?" Like I'd just come back from picking up dry cleaning. Nobody got up, nobody hugged me, nobody even said congrats. Jake was on his phone. Ryan and Sophie were arguing about what movie to watch. I stood there, diploma in one hand, cap in the other, and realized the truth. They didn't forget. They didn't get stuck in traffic. They just didn't care. That night, I started packing for college, 2 months early. No one asked why. The day I left, I wheeled my 2 suitcases to the front door. My dad didn't look away from the TV, just muttered, "Drive safe." I didn't cry until I was on the plane. Seat by the window, headphones in, staring out at the clouds. That was the day I stopped trying to earn their pride and started building my own life instead.